All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres anime review. I just finished watching, what is that, episode 15 of To Be Hero X. And I'm glad we got some more clear understanding in this episode. So follow me, family. We following GHOSTBLADE now, right? The past couple episodes, we was following. It's been a minute since I was watching To Be Hero X. We was following the rabbit suit girl. I forgot her name, but I do remember that we was dealing with a stalker, and so I know some other people. I know we a little behind. But I know at the time, some people were speculating, hey, this stalker is probably GHOSTBLADE. They got a similar character design as GHOSTBLADE, and they were so right. But this episode made it clear and made us understand why it's GHOSTBLADE and how it's GHOSTBLADE. So peep, family. GHOSTBLADE is an assassin hero. And long story short, we'll get into some of these details, but long story short, we know how trust value work. And so at a certain point, the people's perception of the hero dictates some aspects and characteristics of the hero. So at a certain point, his trust value was so high and people's expectations of his character, of his hero, got to a certain point that this man he cannot speak. He literally cannot vocalize what he's thinking or feeling. But so we got into his backstory right out the gate of the episode, right? So he grew up in this big family. They're all staying in the same place, basically. And he disliked how noisy and active it was. Now, this is a family of butchers. So he also disliked how noisy and active, stressed animals would be when they knew that they were about to be butchered. Right? So we start following GHOSTBLADE because he's an assassin. So we following him on a mission, and he mentions, wow, one of the things I enjoy about this the most is that immediate moment of silence after I take my target out, which is a crazy thing to say. But given his background, given that context, it's understandable. He enjoys that silence because he had this big, loud, noisy, active family. Now, so how does that make sense to him? Stalking, I'm going to tell you. So he's on another mission. He's got another target, and this target takes a hostage because they're running away from him. And he is enamored with how calm this hostage is. His target is taking this girl as a hostage as a means to ward off his attacker being GHOSTBLADE. But GHOSTBLADE notices, he's like, wow, this girl is unfazed. She's really just texting on the phone while she's like actively being kidnapped right in front of me. So he falls in love with that calmness, that she's unfazed. So he loves that, right? Right out the, like, love at first sight type energy. So anyway, he saves her, and she walks in his direction, and they kind of just go off into the sunset from there. And he mentions that romance is the silent understanding between the two people, right? So they basically never say a word to each other. She's always on the phone, but they're okay with it because he literally cannot speak. And she doesn't really care to speak until They end up in the hospital, and the nurse tells this girl, I forgot her name. They mentioned it in the episode. I forgot her name though. But they give her the news, hey, you're pregnant. And now all of a sudden, she let's, for lack of a better terminology, her personality changes. She has different desires. Instead of being this unfazed, very silent girl who's always on the phone, she desires a big family, which stresses GHOSTBLADE out, because that's what he came for. That's what he came from. That's what he dislikes. So he's stressed out. So basically they agree to disagree. And she's like, well, I guess this won't work out how I want it to. So I'll just take Wong Nuono, who we learn was the girl he was stalking in previous episodes. She's like, I'll just take our daughter and I'll leave and we'll do our own thing. And this is the reason behind GHOSTBLADE stalking Wong Nuono, who in the previous episodes we were like, why is this dude stalking him? Like, what's wrong with him? He cannot talk, family, so give him grace. But he did not handle this the best way. To overcome his lack of ability of being able to speak, he's just stalking his daughter to understand to understand her better. Right? And so that's like the whole conflict there. And that's why he called her in the previous episode, and he can't say nothing on the phone. Right? So they not understanding is a whole big misunderstanding. That's why when he's following her, and dang, I'm struggling because it's been so long I watched the last episode. I don't remember the rabbit suit girl's name. But that's why they boxed in the alleyway, because he was following Wong Nuno, and she was like, well, she had a different perspective. She's like, this creep is following this girl. I got to protect this girl. And he heard his daughter say, oh, this creep is following me. His default thought is not, oh, I'm the creep in this situation. He's thinking somebody else is the creep. So that's why him and Rabbit Suit Girl, they throw hands. And then he's like, okay, maybe I did misunderstand. So he flees the scene. But then when Rabbit Suit Girl is fighting the DJ hero, GHOSTBLADE pulls up again because his boss calls him up. So he pulls up, and that's where Wong Nuono finally understands, oh, like, this is my stalker. Like, he not in his stalker outfit, he's in his hero outfit, but I feel that same energy still. So she knows, she's like, oh, that's my stalker. Like, why is that hero here and he's my whole stalker? So it's just a really weird, crazy situation. Getting into the backstory of GHOSTBLADE, but like, I mean, I kind of empathize with him because, now we have context around his creepy behavior. It's still creepy nonetheless, but you kind of have to feel for him to a degree because his family background set him up like this. His trust value is imprisoning like him in this behavior. And so this man really can't interact with his daughter how he wants to. He wants to get to know her, and he wants to converse with her, and he wants to interact with her, but he can't. So he's trying to do the best that he can, but it's misinterpreted, it's misunderstood, and it actually only makes the situation worse. So then we get to the point, basically the episode ends. He's gonna have to like protect his daughter and the Rabbit Suit Girl, and so that's what we're gonna see in the coming episodes. But what an interesting explanation and backstory for one of the top heroes. I mean, he's cool, he's strong, he's everything like positive, except for he can't talk, and he's kind of coming across creepy to maintain a relationship with his daughter. So.